Okay, morning, folks. Welcome to the briefing on Wednesday, the 21st. You can see hear a tug going around. There's a very early morning trial flight, ideal for it, nice and stable, but that will change during the day. So what have we got today? High pressure overnight, sort of still there, but as we go along during the day, just like yesterday, you begin to see the development of these heat lows. Here, the pressure goes down a millibar or two. And when you get thermal mixing, so does the dew point descend rapidly. So yeah, another hopefully reasonable day in progress. But things are on the change. See this frontal system out to the west of us, which is slowly going to sort of come across France and then up over us. Looks like for the weekend. Timing's still a bit iffy on that one. You can see isobars really widely spaced, so wind is very light and variable, easterly drift over us, to be honest. Taffs, Farnborough, quite short, between sort of 7 and 4 o'clock this afternoon. Variable 3 knots. It will be all over the place, but mainly easterly. Cab okay. Yeah, Viz will get better as the thermal mixing starts. Definitely good Viz today. 30% probability, temperature between sort of 1 o'clock to sort of 5 o'clock, probably. Thunderstorms. Now both Farnborough and Gatwick are giving those. And I think there's probably something to do with the convergence on the south coast later during the day. You'll see that on Top Meteo, and the BBC was suggesting the same, really. So it's thunderstorms, rain. There were some quite hefty storms over eastern England yesterday. I don't think we're going to see anything nearly as bad as that. Winds, as I say, right in the centre of the country, right up to sort of 4,000 or 5,000 feet, probably variable. Round here, light northeasterly drift down through here and then sort of northerly across us. So all the other forecasts are sort of suggesting northeasterly drift, but nothing sort of shows more than 5 knots. So fairly light. Sat pick just shows sort of sea fogs come down over here. This will burn off really quickly. Over us, quite clear. Infrared is fairly clear as well. So nothing of note. Temperatures rising rapidly, but perhaps not quite as quickly as yesterday. So it might be slightly later start. And most places suggesting not quite as warm as yesterday, maybe up to a degree less. 29 in here, maybe 30 in the London area. It got up to about 31 yesterday. So not quite so hot, but still pretty warm, folks. Playing with those numbers on the soundings around here by mid to late afternoon. Cloud base should be well in excess of 5,500 feet. And that's being conservative with the numbers. If the dew points go down even further, you could see cloud base about 6,000 feet. But you can see the instability here, why there's this risk of showers or thunderstorms towards our area. Looking further to the northwest, less risk, I think. Here you're looking at 5,500 foot and a bit drier in here, so 1 to 2/8 cumulus further to the northwest. This is sort of Gloucester area, so the line's a little bit further apart and it's not quite so unstable up through here, so less of a chance of showers in that area, but still good out that way. And the actual sounding, just to give you an idea of what it's going to take to break the inversion. This was a Larkhill at 6 o'clock Zulu this morning. little bit like yesterday, it's probably going to take 24, 25 degrees to get mixing in here. And then with 27, 28 degrees, you're probably going to see between 15 and 1700 meters, but cloud base, and it's still unstable up through here. Small inversion there, which might peg things for a little bit. So those sort of numbers really say 12 o'clock-ish before it really gets sensibly soarable. And top meteo are sort of going along the same lines. That's 12 o'clock local time, saying up to about 3,000 feet, a little bit like yesterday. Hopefully we'll start to see some cumulus and it becomes soarable around 12 o'clock. Yesterday was a little bit slow to get going in terms of, we saw the cumulus, but the thermals didn't really pick up for another half an hour to an hour after that. But once it gets going, very rapidly going up to 4,500 feet, maybe more. It's saying 1900 meters here and all the way up through the Midlands here. Similar sort of heights west of Oxford. That's by sort of 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then you can start to see this convergence line here and the showers developing. And we'll keep an eye on that as the day goes on, because I think that could be right today. Top meteo overplayed the showers over us, but they certainly to the east of us were fairly hefty all day. So still good out to the northwest, up to 2,000 meters, 6,000 feet, with sort of 29 degrees out in that area. So should be good to late afternoon, early evening. A little bit like yesterday, it seemed to switch itself off after 6 o'clock. So you probably need to be back by around then. And I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the odd shower around here. You could see 1 or 2 showers yesterday down on the coast, which was some kind of convergence, but I think more prevalent today. Okay, so yeah, quite a good forecast. Should hopefully be a 5 to 6 hour soaring window. Local airspace, very little. Salisbury Plain have got the UAV operations out of Keble. That will be running till Friday, and then I think they've got their competition running at Keble from then. So we get a week's respite from that. Again, it's up to 3,500 feet. And you can get a danger, in theory, a danger area crossing service from Boscombe down at 126.7. If anybody goes in that direction and gives it a try, let me know. And apart from that, very, very little else happening in this whole area here. So very, very quiet. Some air displays up near Bury St Edmunds, but I don't think that's going to be an issue for anybody. So yeah, fairly quiet today. No jet movements. Looking at the wind direction, what we are going to do, folks, we're going to go on 09 for launching, because we think it's going to be light northeasterly most of the day and picking up later in the day. And I don't want to do a runway change at some point during the day. And if you want to fly, when it's soarable, come out to the runway and we'll launch you from there, folks. We'll work on it that way. So just hang fire, park your glider on the north side, and wait till it gets soarable and you want to go, then just come out and we'll launch you. And we should have plenty of tugs to sort that out. Don't forget, it's hot out there, so plenty of water, drink plenty, hat, sun cream. If you feel a bit sort of tired, go and have a sit down in the shade, because it takes it out of you really, really quickly. No jet movements today. That starts tomorrow with a possible one, and then another one on Friday. So start getting the gliders out, folks, and we'll see you out there.